It started subtly, a flicker in my peripheral vision, a shadow in a doorway that seemed just a little too dark, a little too still. I'd blink and it would be gone. I brushed it off, of course. My house is old, the lighting is weird, and my imagination has always been a bit overactive. I told myself it was just stress from work, lack of sleep, anything but what my gut was screaming at me. But then the flickers became more defined. It wasn't just a patch of darkness anymore. It started to take on a shape, a tall, slender silhouette, featureless but undeniably human-like. It never moved when I was looking directly at it, but I could feel its presence. It was like a constant weight in the air, a drop in temperature in whatever room it decided to occupy. I started sleeping with the lights on, but it didn't matter. Darkness is its home and it could make its own. One night I was working late in my home office. The house was dead quiet except for the tapping of my keys. I felt that familiar chill crawl up my spine. Slowly I lifted my head and looked towards the hallway, and there it was. Not just a flicker, but standing there, fully formed at the edge of the light spilling from my room. My heart hammered against my ribs, a drumbeat in the suffocating silence. We just existed there for a moment, me frozen in my chair and it a void in the shape of a man. I finally mustered the courage to stand up, my chair scraping loudly against the floor. The sound broke the spell and it dissolved back into the normal shadows of the hall. That was the first time I realized this wasn't just in my head. This was real. I spent days researching, digging through forums and obscure folklore websites. Shadow people, the Hat Man, interdimensional beings. The stories were all different, but they shared a common thread. They watch, they feed on fear, and the longer they stay, the more real they become, the more they learn. That's when the sound started, a soft whisper like wind through a crack in the window, but there was no wind. It was indecipherable at first, just a faint hiss on the edge of my hearing, but it grew louder, clearer. It started mimicking sounds from around the house, the creak of a floorboard, the drip of a faucet, the chime of my doorbell when no one was there. It was learning. It was trying to communicate, to lure me, to trick me. The true terror began last Tuesday. I was in the kitchen, making coffee, my back to the living room. The sun was streaming through the windows, a beautiful, normal morning. And then I heard it, a voice clear as day right behind me. It was a perfect imitation of my own voice, a recording like echo, and it said my name, just my name. The coffee mug slipped from my hand and shattered on the floor. I whipped around, but there was nothing there, just an empty, sunlit room. But I knew it wasn't empty. It had learned my name. All the folklore I read said the same thing. When it knows your name, it has a hold on you, a connection. It's no longer just a passive observer. Now I hear it all the time, from the other room, from inside a closet, from the darkness just beyond my bed. It's patient. Sometimes it whispers my name, a long, drawn-out sound. Other times, it says it matter-of-factly, as if calling me to another room. I haven't slept in what feels like days. Every shadow looks like it's moving. Every corner of my home feels occupied. I don't know what it wants, but I know it's getting stronger. It feels closer, more solid. Last night, I think I saw the outline of a hand reach out from the shadow in my bedroom doorway. It didn't have fingers, just a dark mitten-like shape, but it was reaching for me. I'm recording this because I don't know what else to do. Leaving the house doesn't work. The feeling, the presence follows me. It's tied to me now. I feel like prey, constantly watched by a predator I can't fight. The shadow that learned my name is waiting, and I'm terrified to find out what happens when it finally decides to stop just talking.